Hey, welcome to the nightclub. We'll do lesson 9-7 today, talking about products and quotients of complex numbers in polar form. So we've already written complex numbers in polar form. That was the r times cosine theta plus I sine theta, okay? And all we're doing today is multiplying those numbers and dividing those numbers, okay? It's pretty simple, actually. This right here is how to do it, okay? That's the general way of doing it. So it'll be r1 times cosine theta 1 plus I sine of theta 1 times r2 cosine theta 2 plus I sine theta 2. All you do, the r's, you multiply them, just like numbers. They are numbers, okay? What you do for the thetas is what? Add them. So you're going to take theta 1 and add it to theta 2, and you will have one angle. And then you just write your answer. Okay? So it's very simple.
Find the cosine of it?
I'm sorry?
You
actually, in a second, yes. Okay? But the first thing it says, find the product of 3 cosine 7 pi over 6 plus I sine of 7 pi over 6 times 2 cosine 2 pi over 3 plus I sine of 2 pi over 3. So all you do, 3 times 2 is what? 6, okay? Times the cosine of theta. Now, to get theta, 2 ways of doing this, okay? 2 ways, and for some reason, this does not have a G anymore, but there you go. All right, so there's 2 ways of doing this. You can add up the fractions, or these are in radians. You can change them to degrees and just add up the normal degrees, okay? Before you can add up your fractions in your calculator, yes, or I'm going to show you the easy way, okay? Do you really need to put the pi in? No, it's just 7 pi. It's just 7/6 plus 2/3. And we'll add the pi in back when we're done, okay? But just to show you, because I showed you this the other day, the butterfly method, 7 times 3 is 21 plus 2 times 6 is 12 divided by 6 times 3 is 18. That is 33 over 18, which reduces to 11 over 6, and you put your pi back. So it's just 6 cosine of 11 pi over 6 plus I sine of 11 pi over 6.
How did you get 11 pi over 6?
I added 21 plus 12. That gave me 33. And 33 over 18, 3 will go into both of those. So 3 will go into 33 11 times. 3 will go into 18 6 times.
Are your angles always going to be the same thing?
Yes, they will. Yes, this angle and this angle should be the same. Okay?
And you leave it like that?
No, this is the first part. This is the product. Then it says, then write your answer in what? Rectangular form. So, you can just put it in your calculator. If you do use a calculator, you're going to have to put it in radians. But remember, I told you, if it's on your chart, I want you to use your chart. This is on your chart, okay? So, this is going to be 6 times, you're basically just distributing, okay? What is the cosine of 11 pi over 6 on your chart there, Kate? Yeah, Kate. Cosine 11 pi over 6. Positive square root of 3 over 2. Square root of 3 over 2 plus 6i times what is the sine of 11 pi over 6? Negative 1/2 or just 1/2? Negative 1/2.
Wait, this is rectangular?
Yes, ma'am. It's about to be.
You work it out?
What's 6 divided by 2? 3. So that's going to be 3 square root of 3 minus 3i. So that's your answer in polar form. This is your answer in rectangular form. And that's it.
I don't know how you get the negative 1 over 2.
I looked at my chart. Your formula sheet. It's all in your chart. Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
I'll try that. Razzle dazzle. All right. That's how you multiply. Here's how you divide. If it will let me, it won't let me. There we go. All right. Here's dividing them. So, what do you do your to your r's? You just divide them like normal. For your angles, though, you don't add them. You what? Subtract. That's the only difference. It's basically doing the exact opposite. Okay? So, for our problem, we're going to divide 12 by what? 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then we get our answer, pi over 4 minus 3 pi over 2. So that's like 1/4 minus 3/2. Same process. What's 1 times 2?
2.
Since we're subtracting, I put what this time? A minus. 3 times 4 is 12 over 8. So that is negative 10 over 8, which reduces to negative 5 over 4. So this would be cosine of negative 5 pi over 4 plus I sine.
Is that going to make your angle negative?
Yes,
Oh, that's not a thing.
it is a thing here. We're about to change it. So, okay to write it like that, as Jewel just mentioned. Usually, do we want our angle to be negative? No, because we don't have the negative angles on our chart, okay? So, what would we need to add? Add 360, except this time we're not in what?
Well, whatever that
Degrees.
is.
So what is 360 degrees in radians?
2 pi.
2 pi. So I'm going to add 2 plus negative 5/4. Okay? And again, we're still having pi with it. It's 2 pi plus negative 5 pi over 4. So what would my common denominator be? 4. What over 4 is 2? 8. So 8 over 4 minus 5 over 4 is 3/4. So when you go to distribute this, don't look for negative 5 pi over 4 on your chart. It's not on there, but what is on there? 3 pi over 4. Okay? 3 pi over 4 is on your chart. What is the cosine of 3 pi over 4? Negative square root of 2 over 2 plus 3i times what is the sine of 3 pi over 4? Positive square root of 2 over 2.
Oh.
Does anything cancel here, like on the last one? No. So my answer is just negative 3 square root of 2 over 2 plus 3 square root of 2 over 2.
Why did you do that bottom?
This part,
Stop there.
because I don't have negative 5 pi over 4 on my chart that I'm looking at. But I do have 3 pi over 4. Anytime you get a negative angle, if you want it on your chart, you got to add 360. Or in this case, we had to add 2 pi. Okay? Because 2 pi is the same thing in radians that 360 is in degrees. Okay? Any questions? Yeah? Stay above the line, that's right. Jules says to remind everyone to stay above the line, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.